there's no scene, there's nothing for gaming here in Jacksonville at that time. And this kept on being the same story over and over and over again. There was nothing here. So eventually it just got to that talk about it or be about it phase. And I remember doing these video game launches in LA, and like they would have art shows in LA and things like that. And I was like, you know, we could do something. We've got tons of artists and talented people here in Jacksonville. We could do this or do something. You know, if we were in LA, 200 people showing up for something like this would be awesome. We can do that. So I called up some old friends from school, like my old art buddies that I hadn't talked to in a few years. Like, hey, you guys want to do like a video game art gallery thing? And he's like, sure, yeah, let's do it. And then it just kind of spiraled out of control from there. It was supposed to be just a small art gallery in like a tiny bar downtown. And then somehow we lucked out and fell into, you know, the museum. And then once we had the space, we're like, oh, well, let's do this too. Let's make an actual interactive exhibit. Let's actually create the sets and the pieces, and everybody just kept on having more and more ideas. And so that's kind of how GAAM started. That's why whenever people ask, what's GAAM? We're like, oh, we don't know. Because it's always changing. It's never just going to be that one little definable thing, because as we change as artists, it's going to change.
A consistent thread of feedback that we see is people saying how they find themselves, just feeling at home with people who they can connect with, or the people who feel that they can be themselves within our community. That's been, to me, the most impressive impact, to know that we could touch them beyond any sort of business sense, but like on a really personal level. And to see people, you know, pursuing their dreams outside, like once they've had a little taste of feeling accepted and having success here, and them taking that to other parts of their lives. So that to me is the most meaningful impact that we've seen. We see it a lot, like in the comments people leave, in the auditions when people speak about why do they keep coming back to GAAM, or why do they keep volunteering for GAAM repeatedly. That's the thread that runs along all their comments.
I'll say most like nerd events and most gaming events skew lower. Like it skews to kind of like a 13 to 17, maybe even like a tween to 17, 18-year-old demographic. Like we've gone in like the exact opposite direction and said, no kids, adults only. We want to make sure we make as little money as possible on every event. But adults show up. And I think it's a testament to the culture that, you know, being a nerd shouldn't be defined as, or shouldn't be aligned with, hey, it's during these awkward years of your youth and just the people who liked comic books or were really smart at school or anything like that. It's like, no, you know, nerds are just anybody who's really passionate about a subject, and like things like board games and, you know, video games and action figures. You know, this is this era's art, this era's communication, this era's one of the ways that we're social with each other. And I think it's tremendous to see our community just here in Jacksonville grow with that and actually become an older community, a more mature community, and then kind of usher in the next generation of nerds and show them, hey, like it isn't just about, you know, buying a fidget spinner. You know, there's so much more to it.